Moving into a new home is not only exhilarating, but horrifying at the same time. With the unknown elements that can challenge our safety and survival, how sure are we that humans will survive on Mars? But all the what-ifs, buts, maybes, and the horror that comes with the unknown will not stop Elon from pushing through his plan of colonizing Mars and nuking the red planet as his first step towards terraforming it. Do you think he can beat the odds and transform the planet that has long been dead? Welcome to Elon Musk Zone. In today's video, we're going to get a look into Elon Musk's plan to nuke Mars. The atomic bomb, nuclear bomb, and nuke, whatever you want to call it, it all pertains to a nuclear warhead. It's still a nuclear weapon of mass destruction that has caused hundreds of thousands of injuries and deaths during World War II, and the bomb's optimal destruction remains over months and years. It's taken lives after lives, and the long-term effect of the radiation extends to an increased risk of mental and physical diseases, even to the unborn. And yet, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk still pushed the idea of nuking Mars to make it a habitable place for mankind. But before we go further, let's get to know our beloved neighbor planet first. Although it's dubbed as the red planet due to its color that symbolizes fire and hotness, Mars, contrary to what many of us believed, is actually colder than what you can think of. One factor is the planet's distance from the sun. Its average distance from the sun is 142 million miles, or 229 million kilometers. This means that the planet is not getting enough light nor heat to keep its temperature warmer. Temperature of negative 80 degrees Fahrenheit, or negative 60 degrees Celsius, the red planet is 12 degrees Celsius colder than Earth's Antarctica's average warmth. And although there is zero evidence of biological life on the red planet, the planet used to have essential elements that contributed to Mars's suitability for life. In general, Mars and Earth may have similarities. But unlike Earth, Mars is not capable of creating a greenhouse effect. I know what you're thinking. Yes, Mars is indeed composed mainly of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas. But theories suggest that most of the carbon dioxide has been long gone, with some that have been absorbed onto Mars's surface, particularly in its polar ice caps. Thus, if you go to Mars and consider living there, you need to be extra clever and courageous to endure the impossibilities. If you've seen the movie The Martian, that is how it'll look when you go to space without a wide-range life gear. Also, with the planet's thin atmosphere, an artificial life support system is undeniably a necessity. I know this is off topic, but I wonder what our wardrobes and walk-in closets are going to look like when we're already on the red planet. Our spacesuits should at least be in different colors or designs, right? What do you think? Let us know and comment down below. Going back, unlike many of us, Elon Musk does not see Mars's thin atmosphere, nor the complex support system, as an issue. Instead, he sees it as an opportunity to innovate and increase the chance to fulfill his goal of bringing human civilization to Mars. So, how's he going to transform Mars into a livable place? Actually, there are a couple of ways to terraform Mars. To terraform Mars means transforming the red planet into a livable system that can support human life. This means that the planet's temperature and pressure need to be increased. Though NASA said in 2018 that it's impossible to terraform Mars, Elon begged to disagree. He strongly believes that Mars's current atmospheric condition can definitely be altered to be habitable. In 2019, Elon Musk revived his idea of nuking Mars again, thinking that this is really the simplest and the best way to change the planet's climate. I know, what's running through your mind right now is actually right. Terraforming Mars is complicated. It'll take roughly 100 years for Elon to completely terraform Mars. Still, Musk wants to give it a try by nuking the planet's CO2 deposits. Dropping a nuclear bomb on Mars's polar ice caps that contain carbon dioxide deposits will thicken the planet's atmosphere and will increase Mars's temperature. This will lead to a greenhouse effect similar to Earth's, which will help block the harmful ultraviolet radiation heat on the atmosphere. The process will also commit an ideal chain reaction that would result in water existing. By successfully using this method, Elon believes that Mars will be colonized by humans in 2050. And to accomplish this, Musk needs roughly 10,000 to 15,000 nuclear warheads to nuke the red planet. But it's not like what you think. He will not be bombing the entire planet, nor is he declaring any war against Mars yet. He made it clear that he will specifically detonate the bombs in the atmosphere, just above the Martian poles. The successive non-radioactive explosions will then create an artificial heat like the sun's. From there, the artificial heat will melt the polar ice caps with a 4-billion-year-old carbon dioxide reserve. If this is done perfectly, and if Musk will be able to alter the balance of the atmospheric condition on Mars, humans will definitely have the liberty to walk around the red planet with much simpler gear. The question now is not actually whether it's possible to nuke and terraform Mars, but are there enough elements to successfully perform the process? And not only that, issues and concerns arising for choosing to nuke Mars to start terraforming the planet need to be addressed as well. One issue that Musk should look into is the possibility that a nuclear winter may occur after dropping the bombs, which is a serious and long-lasting cooling effect triggered by layers of smoke and dust particles in the atmosphere that can possibly block the direct sunlight from reaching the planet. That is exactly the opposite of what we want to do. We need to warm the planet, not cool it down. If you're Elon, how are you going to prevent nuclear winter from happening? Also, in addition, Musk needs to innovate and develop a machine that can detect and extract carbon dioxide reserves on Mars's surface. That is, if there is any. Because if there is none, or there's not enough CO2 on Mars, terraforming will definitely take thousands of years or more. That's close to impossible. It's not as simple as sending the exploding nuclear bombs to the polar ice caps. Nevertheless, regardless of what method they will use to terraform Mars, they're still going to need to figure out how to jumpstart the red planet's core to create a stronger magnetic field. They need to establish a magnetosphere to protect Mars's atmosphere from the damaging solar winds. These solar winds are streams of charged particles released from the outermost atmosphere of the sun called the corona. They're too strong that the sun's gravity cannot hold them down. If a planet does not have a magnetic field, its atmosphere will be stripped over time, and people living on that planet will be more exposed to radiation, causing serious medical issues. Hence, after much consideration, Musk parked the plan of nuking Mars and welcomed the idea of creating a human base instead. This could be the best option for Musk for now. Even if he can launch thousands of nukes simultaneously, there is still no guarantee if Mars has sufficient CO2 reserves to create an atmosphere that can support human existence over time. The idea of building an efficient geodesic dome that is made of glass and carbon fiber frames was for the inhabitants to freely wander around the dome without worries. The dome was said to have a balanced distribution of air and temperature inside. However, the geodesic dome will limit the population on Mars. It'll also limit the distance that people can wander around Mars. That is, unless Elon will create a dome that will cover the entire planet. And though the dome will support the first colony on Mars, Musk, on the other hand, strongly believed that the people who will go to Mars are more likely to die, too. Still, the dome is beneficial to Musk's team, especially if they have plans to mine and have industrial operations on Mars. The geodesic dome will allow them to move around with lighter gear while doing research and collecting data from Mars's surface. Now, if you're a bit confused about whether it's right to go and settle on Mars, so are we. But the main issue right now is actually the ticket's cost. So if you want to see us visiting Mars soon, you can start showing us your support by clicking that subscribe button, giving us a thumbs up, and sharing this video with your friends and family. Don't forget to hit that notification bell too for more updates. So what's your take on Elon's plans? Is nuking the best, easiest, and fastest way to making Mars the second Earth? Or is the right way to establish a civilization on Mars through geodesic domes? Will Elon be successful in venturing into uncharted waters? Grab your coffee and let's talk. Tell us your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching Elon Musk Zone. See you on the next one.